What's up, chat? So today we are doing N-12, aka Nebraska 12. So let's get started. Just a friendly reminder that you have 2 free requests for videos, so if you want to use them, be my guest. N-12 is about 231 miles long, and it runs along the northern state line of Nebraska, going from Willis to Valentine. So first we'll be on westbound. We start off with US 20 here, and we get quite some stuff here. So first we sign the Lewis Clark Trail, and we get a sign for Ponca, while US 20 gets a huge distance sign for O'Neill from 110 miles away, which is crazy. And as we start, we get this beautiful view of the train here. It looks very cinematic, not gonna lie. Here we get a one-liner for Ponca, and honestly this is debatable. I will put a primary for very far away like Nebraskan, which it's one of the more major areas that we pass through, despite being small, because we pass through the middle of nowhere for quite a while. So yeah. And also, did I mention that we are assigned as the Outlaw Scenic Byway? I don't think I have, but now you know. Here's another view of the highway as we enter the Ponco area. Here we meet the beginning of Nebraska 9. It is signed for Martinsburg, while we are still signed for Ponca from 1 mile away, which I don't like at all. Can we just change it up, please? Thank you. And then one more thing, that the end roadwork sign is so weird. I just thought I'd mention that. Here we meet Nebraska 26E, which is a spur road that goes to Ponca State Park, and we are signed for Niobrara, which I really like here since we're in the middle of nowhere after this town. But yeah, really good, really good. Here we become concurrent with Nebraska 15 as it comes to us from Vermillion, South Dakota, and together we will be signed for Crofton. Here in Why Not, I wouldn't say the name because why not? See what I did there. M15 splits from us to go to Laurel. Here we meet N14B, which will take you to Why Not. Here we meet N57, which will take you to Hartington, and we are still heading to Crofton. Here we meet US 81, which is signed for Norfolk and Yankton, while we are still signed for Crofton. Here we meet Nebraska 121 and Crofton. Here we get one line for Niobrara from 28 miles away. Here we become concurrent with N14, which is part of a massive highway. So it's made up of course, N14, K14, which is Kansas 14, North Dakota 1, South Dakota 37, and Provincial Trunk Highway 31, which is in Canada. So that's really cool. I hope to do this sometime soon. So yeah, we're going to be heading to Niobrara together. And here we go, one line for Niobrara. Honestly, there should be a new primary here instead of just Niobrara. Like, please, Nebraska, do something about that. Here's a look at the town of Niobrara. It looks really nice. Here, M14 leads us to go to Naley. Here we get a mileage sign for Monowee and Butte. And now we pass by the one, the only Monowee, where there's one person. So yeah, that's really cool to see, right? Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this town besides that. Next, we meet US 281 and become concurrent with it. Here we get a mileage sign for Spencer, Butte, and the Fort Randall Dam, which is interesting. Here in Spencer, we split from US 281 and head toward Butte. Here in Butte, we start concurrency of Nebraska 11, and it's a fairly strong concurrency. As we split from Nebraska 11, we get this sign for Valentine, which is a big jump. That's the city we will terminate in, for 102 miles away, so that's not bad. But I don't know. There could be some smaller places you can sign beforehand, but this is still fine with me. It doesn't hurt. So yeah. Anyways, Nebraska 11 goes to Atkinson. Here we get one liner for Springview from 41 miles away. I would not leave this alone. Put Valentine after it, please. Here we begin concurrency of N137. As we ditch Highway 137, we get this mileage sign for Mills, Burton, Springview. I want Valentine to be seen here, please. That is our terminus area and one of the more major areas, so please sign that. It's not that hard. Near Springview, we join US 183. Here we split from US 183 and head toward Norton and Valentine. And here we get an end shield in Valentine at US 83. and we will be turning around the head eastbound. Here we begin off of US 83, and then later on as we leave Valentine we get assigned for Sparks in Springview. Here in Springview we join US 183, and then we split from US 183 as we head into the countryside. Skipping to the N-137 split, we get a mileage sign for Napier and Butte. Here in Butte, we meet N-11, which goes to Fairfax, South Dakota, and we are going to Spencer. Here we join US 281 in Spencer. As we split from US 281, which we can see is signed for O'Neill, we get signed for Niobrara. Here in Monowee, we get a mileage sign for Verdell, Niobrara, and Sioux City. I never say that right for some reason, but this mileage sign is great. I'm not complaining at all. This is fantastic. Here we join M14 as we enter Niobrara. We split from M14, which goes to Springfield, South Dakota, while we go to Crofton. Next, we pass by this very beautiful and cinematic spot with the cornfield on the right and the water on the left. Just looks tough. Here we meet M121, which goes to Gavin's Point. Up ahead, we cross paths with US 81. Next, we meet Nebraska 57, which starts from us here. Here we join N15 as we pass through some small communities. As we leave N15, we get a mileage sign here for Newcastle and South Sioux City. Here we meet N9, which goes to basically the middle of nowhere. And now we end here at US 20, which will continue down to Sioux City. And we get another end shield. Alright chat, I hope you enjoyed this short video of Nebraska 12. And I will see you on whatever videos next. I'm not sure if the proposal will be soon or not. But on the bright side, I'll be free very, very soon to make a lot more videos more often. So yeah, see y'all.